Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me okay. I have a lot to talk about, and I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to get through. So, please bear with me, and if I need to, some of it may extend into next week. And you'll see, I'll explain some of this as I go through my whips, but I've been dealing with pain for the last few weeks. I know that I've mentioned on my vlogs I was hurting today, or I had a headache today, or yada yada blah blah blah. Turns out my wisdom teeth needed to come out. So that's what I did yesterday. And that's why I look like hell today. It's why I don't know how long I'm going to be able to do this video. And I may drink a lot during the video. We're just going to take this very casually. This is by no way going to be my best video ever, but we'll get there. This part of my mouth is still numb. I had them done yesterday. This part of my mouth is still numb. It makes my lips feel really dry and sticky. Anyway, I do want to congratulate, I believe her name's Amanda. Her YouTube name is the Lazy Stitcher. She won the book giveaway, or book repurposing, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I've already notified her, got her mailing address. Unfortunately, I have not been able to send it out yet because I've been a mess the last few days. Because part of it was, like, once the medicine stopped helping, once, Tylenol, ibuprofen stopped helping the pain, I realized where the pain was coming from, even though it radiated all over my mouth. Like I said, it gave me a headache, it hurt my ears, my throat, it all, like, this whole side of me was just constantly hurting. And, like I said, for a while, I'd take Tylenol, it would go away, it's fine. Monday, when I was at work and stitching, my poor project, I kept having to put it down because I was just hurting too bad. And once the pain would go away for a few minutes, I would stitch for a few minutes, and then it'd be back, and I have to start all over. So I went home on Tuesday, and I told my husband, I'll be right back. The other thing is I'm going to get interrupted because I'm at work. Okay. So I told my husband that it's something I needed to get taken care of. I needed to see a dentist. I needed to get them taken out. But with my son's surgery coming up in the next couple weeks, I was like, I want to get through that first before we start spending this money going to get my stuff taken care of. And then the next morning I woke up bawling. I literally felt like I was going insane because the pain was so constant all the time, no matter what I did. I had daydreams of smashing my mouth in with a hammer and pulling my hair out, and I just knew I couldn't wait. So I called my mother-in-law. She and I went to the dentist. There's more stuff I need to get taken care of, but I started out with getting 2 of the 4 wisdom teeth pulled, getting 3 fillings done. And I mean, as soon as they gave me that shot to numb me so that they could start the work, that immediate relief of the pain I had been feeling, it was amazing. I was so relieved. And it was one of those things where at that point I realized how long I had been dealing with, like, a constant dull ache, even though, I wasn't hurting all the time. Like, it didn't feel normal either. And so now that I'm starting to feel back to normal, other than the ache that I've got now from the healing, but like when I was numb, I realized how long I had been needing to do that. So I got sidetracked. Because of all that, I have not gotten the book in the mail yet. I will try and do that tomorrow. But congratulations for winning the book. Speaking of giveaways that we don't call giveaways, you know the rules. I hit 500 subscribers last week. I know I have already started getting comments towards that, and all you have to do is leave a comment on that video, which is, I believe, number 40. Just leave a comment. I'm going to announce the winner next week to give a little more time to people to comment, because I know a lot of people, like myself, are at least a week behind on YouTube videos or Flosstube videos. Also, I'd like to be more excited and more like, yay, whenever I announce the giveaway winners. So I need to today is not the day, okay? It would be so anticlimactic. So, and I know I never even told y'all what y'all are getting, and I've decided I'm just not going to. You'll be surprised. Okay. So enter if you want to. Like I said, just leave a comment. Do not say giveaway. Be old enough that I can get your mailing address, etc., etc. So that's those. I know that I mentioned in my vlog, for those of you that have seen it. By the way, thank you to any returning subscribers. Thank you to anybody new here. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you stick around. It's not usually like this video is going to be. I promise. I promise. Okay? So, can you tell my mouth is swollen? Like, I can tell I've got, like, you know, a little contour in here and nothing here. Anyway. If you watch my vlog, I told y'all about us having an H2S alarm that night and it cutting into my stitching, which really sucked. That was on a Monday night, because it was literally the day before we left or the day of, technically, that we left for SeaWorld. And so my first day returning to work had another H2S alarm. And like most of the time when the alarms go off, we just sit still and we just don't allow anybody to come onto the property or leave the property. It's kind of like a fire drill. You want to know where everybody is at. And so you don't want anybody new coming on. They could be exposed to something they don't need to be exposed to. You don't want anybody leaving. And then you're worried, oh my goodness, are they somewhere where the H2S is and they got... Because it is a dangerous gas. We wear these alarms. I don't actually have one right now. Because this is a brand new shack. This site just opened. So we wear these alarms. If this alarm goes off, you run to get upwind. But for the most part, when the rig alarm goes off, I'm still safe. It's not strong enough for me to, you know, pass out from it or worse. We're not even going to mention that. It's a precaution. It's, look, these levels are rising and you need to do something about it. And then what we do is we go where basically we're upwind, because the wind's going to blow that gas a different direction. We go where we're upwind, and then a safety guy comes out with a little machine and it tells us where the concentrated part of the gas is. And then they go in with masks and they shut down what they need to, so the gas we're not exposed anymore. Like I said, most of the time I sit in my shack and I just don't let anybody on. Unfortunately, both those nights, the wind was blowing towards my shack, which meant I was in the line of where the gas was going. So they had me go to the primary area, which is on the pad up there with all the rig hands and all the main guys, and pretty much I just sit there. The one rig, we played some blackjack for about an hour until the safety guy got there. The other one, we just all stood outside and chatted. It's not something I'm scared of. We're very well trained for that sort of thing. And like I said, for the most part, it doesn't put me in a dangerous situation. It's just something I always need to be aware of. Because somebody asked me how dangerous it was. So yeah, I had that again on, I believe, either Thursday or Friday. So that cut into my stitching a little bit, but not too bad. I want to say it was Friday night, because I think I had finished my Friday small and I had moved on to Monopoly to get some extra stitches in it, and then that's it. So we'll get to that in a minute. One more thing before I get to show you my whips and tell you my future plans, is the Flosstube community is freaking wicked awesome, okay? And there's not much more that can be said about that hasn't already been said 1,000 times. But I want to tell y'all how grateful I am for my subscribers. Because after one of my videos where I was talking about Lizzie Kate, one of my viewers messaged me and was like, I have this pattern, can I send it to you? And I was like, yeah, of course. And actually, she and I have talked, and I sent her, like we did a trade, right? So, and then actually I had somebody else ask me too, and I was like, oh, I already got it. So, and when she sent this to me, her YouTube or her Instagram, I can't remember, and I didn't look, I'm sorry. Scatterbrain today, I'm on medicine, okay? It's Crafty Angie. So, I guess I should have kept the package, because it probably would have had her name on it. I did keep, it's funny, because when the package came in, I showed my husband the handwritten note she had sent me, and he's like, you should really, like, frame those and put those on the wall. I was like, actually, because I don't want a bunch of notes on my wall. I think I'm going to, because I showed y'all last time, or one of these times, about how I'm scrapbooking. Not really scrapbooking, but I'm taking the project records and I'm putting the pictures on them and all that. I think I'll create a page for things like that and add it to it, so that I get this big scrapbook of stitchy awesomeness. And I'll put her note in there, along with pictures of what she sent me. So first she sent me Lizzie Kate's At Our House. I've actually been looking for this for a while, so I was super excited. And the more I look at it, the more I've decided I need to stitch it twice, because I already had plans to stitch it for someone else, and I think I need one for me too. So that is awesome. I wanted this one really bad. And then, because she's super sweet, she threw in one of the Lizzie Kate jingles. And I don't have any of these, but eventually I'd like to get them all and do the big... Is it going to focus? I guess this is as good as I'm going to get. So, stitch that entire thing. So there's that. Okay. I'm also getting hot. Like, I'm not ready for summer, people. I'm not ready for spring. Just, I'm not ready. I like it cold, because I don't like being hot. Okay. I think I'm actually going to have to take some more pain medicine soon. They told me the first day to alternate Tylenol and my prescription. Because I'm technically, I think I just passed, it's been about 27 hours since I got it done. I will say I was absolutely petrified going in there, and even while I was getting it done, I was literally shaking. I was so scared, and it was not bad at all. Like, after they got the first tooth out, they told me, they're like, okay, one down, one to go, and then you're done. You can go home. I was like, I just started busting out laughing. And of course, you know, swollen. Because the relief of that didn't, I mean, I felt the pressure, but that's all I felt. And I know you hear that. But as a kid, whenever I would get my teeth worked on, it would take a lot of numbing. Like, they would think I was numb, and then they'd start to work and I wasn't, so then they'd have to numb me again, and it was this whole process. And they said that I had an infection in my gums, so that may make it harder to numb me. So I was really nervous that it, as much as they tried, it was gonna hurt at least a little, and it didn't, and I started busting up laughing. It was awesome. Okay, I did get, hold on. It's getting really warm in here. If I turn that fan on, it's gonna be so loud. Okay, I did get a finish this week, my Friday small, and I changed a few things. I really like it. It's cute. So here is Got Candy. Isn't she cute? Hold on one second. Let me pull up the information. Pull up like I'm looking on something digital. I'm not. Oh. My husband is texting me. I don't know if I updated it. Sorry, y'all. Distracted. Okay. So this is a pattern called Got Candy by Amy Brecken. I don't know. I can't pronounce names. And it's from Just Cross Stitch 2013, the Halloween edition. It is on Belfast 32 Count in Dusk by Silk Weavers. It was just a little piece I had left over after I finished Cheshire Cat. And it was done 1/1 tent stitch. Because I don't know what I was thinking when I cut the fabric, and I was like, oh, this will work. Literally, if I had done it 2/2, it would have gone like side to. I don't even know if it would have fit on here. So I did it 1/1 because I decided to do it 2 strands still instead of just 1. I did it 10 stitch, but you can't even tell except right here at the star because it kind of separated that one little corner. But anyway, she's really cute. There's some gold Krynic. This Krynic was not near as bad to work with as the stuff that I have for my Heaven and Earth design. So maybe, I don't know. Anyways, it wasn't that bad. I really liked it. And then this, I think was supposed to be a different color, but I had, see how I have these park threads down here? I had a little bit of orange and I had a little bit of purple, and I just mixed them together to get that one. I thought that was kind of neat. And you can't tell because there's no light to make it shiny, but there's some in her boots. There's some right here in her hair. The cat's eyes. So, she's all done. Well, she's not fully finished, but she's finished. So, next, I'm going to move that. I got to work on Quotes to Live By. And I finished the first piece and the header. I'm outside of the rest of the border. Oh no, I've got a little bit more here. And the rest of the border, I'm caught up to what I currently own. I'm gonna have to buy the next piece. So that is where I'm at. It is awesome. I just love this one. I love it so much. Quotes to Live By on 32 Count African Daisy Jobelin that I got from 123 Stitch. The fabric is amazing. I just love this fabric. Okay. I really did not work on much. Well, we'll get to that. I worked some more on Welcome To. This is one of the ones I hadn't worked on since well, and actually Quotes to Live By too, I think. No, maybe not. Anyway, I hadn't worked on since I deleted all my patterns, so while I found the pattern for it, it was not marked up. God, the lighting is horrible. Maybe if I do this. That didn't help at all. Anyway, sorry. So, the pattern was not marked up at all, so I had to figure out where I was at And what I did was I just kind of made a line of the closest stitches to the bottom instead of having to go through and mark everything. Anyway, here's where I'm at now. So when I stopped, I was just below, I was just like in here somewhere. And I've got all that done. And like everything above, looks like this line is all backstitched to where it needs to be. So, and then I created the line, and then when I get more of it done, because I think halfway is about like right where this white ends. It's halfway through this half of the page. And of course I have to, this is a separate page I have to go pull up. But anyway, so I'm going to fold this because there's nothing over there. And then, so once all this is even across, I will put a line there and then go back and do all the back stitching above the line and then work. Anyway, not that you really need to know all that. There's something on my fabric. Okay. So that's where welcome to is. And so it says welcome. And I don't know where this is going to be a T, but I don't know what word that starts. Anyways, we'll get there. We will get there. It's moving along. It is. I should have it done by the end of the year, I think. I get enough done on it. And this is what I was working on the other night when I was hurting really bad, so I did not get to do near as much as I would like. People are staring at me. Hold on one second. So, but I still got quite a bit done. I was working on Foxglove by Nora Corbett. And I was working on this gold first. So I would alternate. I would do it, what do we call that? Oh, my brain. When you have one thread, a length. I did a length of gold, and then I would do a length of pink in the skirt, and then come back and do a length of gold, and then a length of pink in the skirt, so that, you know, I wasn't killing myself out with all doing the same thing. And then once I got all this gold done, then I went, and even though there's supposed to be some gold right here in the skirt, I decided to start working on this lighter yellow up here. So that's where she's at. And this nice sparkly fabric. I just love it. I love it. So those are all my rotation pieces. And then of course we have my focus piece, which you've seen about 1,001 times because I did 2 weeks of vlogging. But she is done. Well, not done, but she's done. Right? Done? Except for the back stitch. I have to go back and do back stitch, and she's gonna, I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways, that's so distracting. Anyway, I have to do her back stitch. I have to play some catch up because I didn't stitch on her the last couple days, and you know, she's the focus piece. She gets stitched on a certain number of stitches every day in the calendar week, as prescribed by the Ultimate Cross Stitch Group's Every Member Counts event. They're also doing Mega Millions right now, and I was doing really good at helping them out, and then and of course I worked on Monopoly this week, and I actually had to move the Q-snap so you don't see part of the progress. This is almost half done, because you know halfway is about right here. Once I get the other half done, I'm done with this one. Still a little nervous about me getting it done in time, but if at some point I have to only stitch on it for an entire week, well, that's just something I'm going to have to do. So, my teeth feel weird. Sorry. I am a little awkward this video, and I really don't care. I hope you find it entertaining. They did not give me like loopy gas, you know, like knock my butt out. No, they just numbed it and did what they had to do. But Yeah. Otherwise, I would have had a really interesting video for y'all. But I think that's everything. 'Cause I'm hot. I need to take my medicine. And I need to answer my husband because he's talking about something. But that's all my whips. That's all. Oh, let me kind of give you a brief rundown of where we're at on the rotation. So tonight I will be working on Christmas rules. Tonight is We Stitch Small, so I will be going back to my Advent animal as it is the 4th week in the month. So I stitch on whatever one hasn't been finished, which would be that one. Saturday is Monopoly. Sunday, there's an event called It's Not My Favorite in the Semi-Sane Stitchers, and I'm really thinking I'm going to pull out Easter Tree and work on it for that one day, even though it's in major timeout right now. Since it fits the event, I might try for one night. I'll pull it out. If I don't like it, I'll pick something else. That's how it's going to go. After that is my Fairy Tale Lands 2 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday I'm off, so I'm supposed to work on my Heaven and Earth design. I think I did like... I think I finished a block during the course of all that happened these last 2 days, so those things are never going to get finished unless I bring them to work. I may have to try and fit them into my rotation at work. We'll see. And then I should be seeing y'all again. I haven't decided if I'm vlogging this week or if I'm just going to give y'all an update next week. So, guess you'll see next week. Anyways, thank you for all y'all's love and amazingness, and happy stitching.